Hello again, glad to have your company for another match in our look back to the ICC Champions Trophy of 2006. This is another classic match in our Champions Trophy Classic series. It takes us to Mohali, Chandigarh, to the Punjab Cricket Association Stadium. Beautiful ground this in northern India, and it puts together New Zealand and Pakistan in a day-night match. This was the 14th match. It comes from Group B in the 2006 event. Yunus Khan and Stephen Fleming, the two captains. So we'll check on the captains' lineups for this match. New Zealand with Lou Vincent, Stephen Fleming, Nathan Astle, Peter Fulton, Scotty Styris, Jacob Oram, Brendan McCullum, James Franklin, Daniel Vittori, Carl Mills and Shane Bond. That's a fairly settled side. Now for Pakistan, Mohammad Hafiz, Irfan Farhat, Yunus Khan, Mohammad Yusuf. A lot of batting here. Shahid Afridi, Shoaib Malik, Abdul Razak. Karman Akmal is the keeper who can really bat. Navad ul Hassan, Umar Gul and Iftikhar Anjum. That's a strong side, but maybe some of the bowling is a little bit on the inexperienced side. So it's a responsibility here for Yunus Khan to manage his bowlers, and he'll have first chance to do that because he won the toss and he decided to put New Zealand into bat.
So all in readiness here. Rana Naveed on his way. Well, ideal conditions for cricket this. It's a bright and sunny day, good pitch. First runs on the board. Couple of runs comfortably taken. Bowled in! Off stump goes for a walk. Pakistan strike early, and it's Umar Gul.
What a breakthrough. On target, Umar Gul. Lou Vincent will be pretty disappointed with his shot. Really, a huge gap between bat and pad, and had no chance in the end on a pitch that is offering a little bit to the medium pacer. So Pakistan strike early. New Zealand 3 for 1.
Wrapped on the pads, like the length he's bowling. He's looking to keep the ball up. Sometimes when you get a harder surface as a bowler, you can get carried away just seeing the bounce to the keeper. Bang in a few short. But he's getting it in the right areas at the moment. Gets off the mark. That should be 4. And just wide of second slip. Again, bounce there and movement for Rana Naveed.
It always hurts the bowler when he's bowled a pretty decent delivery, and even then it goes for runs. Maybe a case scenario for having another man in there. Nice seam position, excellent seam position. Played well by Nathan Astle, played it with soft hands. Didn't go hard at the ball.
Well, that's his favourite shot. He's blazed away through the offside.
Well, this should clear a lot of racket in the mind. Just ease the nerves. Nicely struck by Nathan Astle. He's a very good batsman, especially in one-day cricket.
He's played that well, picked the length up quickly and just helped it on its way. Does have the ability to hit the boundaries early on, Astle. What it will do is take the pressure off Fleming. Good shot.
And put the pressure on the bowler. Rana Naveed is known to pitch this delivery every now and then in his spell.
Edged and taken. Yunus Khan making no mistake at second slip. And the ploy has worked for Rana Naveed. get the ball up, get it to swing. It's taken the outside edge.
Just got out.
Yunus Khan is such a good fielder.
Caught in the slips.
Took it safely, and Pakistan strike again. This is a magnificent start. After winning the toss, they've got New Zealand down, 2 wickets down. Astle gone for 15.
New Zealand at the moment in a spot of bother. Oh, that's nicely played by Fleming. Excellent timing. And the New Zealand captain will get his first boundary. Very important that he stays there. He's been very watchful. Left a lot of deliveries outside the off stump. That's well played. Nice stride from Fleming. The ball has been nipping around, so you've got to get as close to the pitch of the ball as possible and cover the line. And beautifully played again. Consecutive boundaries. Now that's good cricket from the New Zealand captain. Umar Gul just dropping it fractionally short, and he gets the treatment. Plenty of open spaces on the onside. Just 2 fielders in front of the wicket. In fact, just one at backward square and one at fine leg. No problems in putting that away.
I don't think Mark Benson will have much to do with that appeal. Tall man Stephen Fleming, that's hit him well above the knee roll, bottom of the thigh pad really. That's flown up in the air, way into the top tier of the stand here at the PCA Stadium. Not a controlled shot, but a huge 6.
I think it's hit someone in the crowd quite badly, and that's why Rana Naveed has come all the way down to the striker's end and is looking up into the stands with concern. It has obviously hit someone, a young man, whether he's tried to catch it or not. Look at all the Pakistani faces. Yeah, there he goes. He's been hit in the head, this young guy, and he looks a bit groggy, so fingers crossed that he'll be taken to a little medical room on the compound. But you're right, it wasn't that well controlled, and if we see it again, you'll see the head of Stephen Fleming just dip and move. It's always a telltale sign that it's a good line, a short delivery. Over middle and off stump, and was top edge really.
Well, there's a gift. We've been telling you there are only 2 men on the leg side, none of them in line with that ball. Over-pitched and put away well by Fulton. He's had a difficult start to this innings. That'll give him plenty of confidence. Whipped away. Plenty of bottom hand coming into play. Away fine. That'll race away to the boundary. Umar Gul losing his line. Yunus Khan's not going to be happy about that. Really isn't any excuse for that. Gul nicely warmed up now. He's into his 7th over. Should have his rhythm going. Experimenting there for some reason. I can't imagine why he'd want to be trying to bowl a cutter on this pitch.
Mr. Carroll. To Fulton playing forward, and he's gone. Fulton is dismissed.
Well, it's been a struggle for Fulton. Just missing the ball, maybe clipping leg stump. Height's okay. Rayo getting his first wicket. Peter Fulton out for 7, 60 for 3. But the ball is flying a bit. Rayo is swinging the ball away from him, but he doesn't commit too hard. He doesn't go too hard with his hands and deflects the ball safely down to third man, just opening up the face. I think that's the way he needs to bat, particularly in the first, 30 or 40 balls. Once you get your eye in, it certainly becomes a lot easier.
Well, he had one fine on the offside, now he's got one fine on the leg side. Second boundary of the over, and it's 72 for 3.
It's in the air for a while, but it's beaten Mohammed Yusuf. He drags it back just short of the rope. 3 more to the Kiwi skipper. Good contest this one between bat and ball. It's nice to see the seam bowlers getting a little bit more assistance. Not a natural at that, is he? That's got through the offside. Long boundaries here at Mohali, but that'll make it all the way. Partnership extends to 24.
Given all the movement that we've seen, and there has been a fair amount in the early going, this just seemed to move a little bit away, not a great deal. The run rate is still above 4 runs and over. So it's a good outfield here, a little bit of shape away. Struck on the up.
Well, Starris is struggling here, and he should have been out. Cameron Akmal only had to shy at the stumps from about 6 or 7 feet. He's missed them. Total confusion between Fleming and Starris. Both stranded amidships here, and Starris trying to regain his ground, lost his footing. Akmal almost had time to whip off the stumps, whip off the bails, I should say. Didn't really have to throw at the stumps at all. Starris had given it up as a lost cause. And the fielders not too impressed with their wicketkeeper.
Oh, that's a cracking drive through the offside. That's a cruncher. 45th ODI 50 for Fleming. 5th against Pakistan, and what a way to bring it, with a crushing drive through the offside.
Second 50 of the tournament for the New Zealand captain. 89 in the first against South Africa, which was the defining innings in that match. We'll wait and see whether it's going to be the case here, but slightly bent back leg, just getting down to the ball, and lovely timing.
Shot one been put away into the gap, and it's gone through. It's Mohammed Yusuf who's down.
You think I should have done better, he says, with a look.
Inside edge, once again the ball travels to Mohammed Yusuf, who does well this time. It's a 50-run partnership as well between these two. Edge 4. This is turning out to be, in fact, it ended as an expensive over. 114 for 3 New Zealand. Beautiful shot. This is an excellent cricketing shot. Shoaib Malik will not be able to cut it off. 131 for 3.
He's got that away. Placement is good, and he gets the boundary. This has been a top innings from the New Zealand captain.
Yes, Rob, it's been a sensational partnership as well, but Stephen Fleming, showing his experience, just batting through the innings. He knows the longer he's there, it's going to become a lot easier. Just enough time. And once again on that back foot, Afridi getting short. And it is a big ground. There's plenty of time to get your 2s and 3s.
Yes, and there was prime example of... He's got that fine as well. This will beat the fielder into the boundary. So an excellent over this for New Zealand, 13 off it, 1-5-3 for 3. Excellent shot. Terrific back cut. Off spinner, just giving a little bit of width. But once again, the placement spot on. Pressure on the spinner straight away. Boundary of the first ball.
Well, just what you don't want as captain. Your bowlers are giving width and length, and the batsmen are playing off the back foot. Yunus Khan would want to see his bowlers getting driven.
That's in the air, straight back. A break in play. He asked for a change in gloves. And a loss in concentration. Soft dismissal in the end, but Pakistan will take it.
The tempo of the game has just been going New Zealand's way. 68 runs in 10 overs. Stephen Fleming looking at 100, but just a soft dismissal. Trying to punch it obviously down to the deep mid on or deep mid off. But Stephen Fleming out for 80. New Zealand 168 for 4.
Big hit straight down the ground. Lovely clean hit. Another 6. Maybe that'll change Yunus Khan's mind.
I said it was in the scope at the moment. Moment might now be gone. Good use of the feet. I struggled to negotiate the spin. He got close to it. And it hasn't hit anyone this time. Instead, the catch is dropped.
It is lofted in the air, but it's not going to reach the long off.
Just try to chip it, just to bunt it.
That's a more effective shot. The reverse sweep. Nothing much Afridi could have done about that. Always a premeditated stroke. Quite difficult for a tall man to play this effectively. Found the gap. A very important boundary. Ball in the air for a long time again. Herschel Gibbs or Paul Collingwood might have grabbed hold of this.
Unfortunately for Razak, he gave room with this first delivery of the over. I think he'd want to cut down on the width to Oram.
Oram will be much more comfortable with the ball coming onto the bat. Difficult decision for Yunus Khan to take Shoaib Malik off. He did concede that 6. Lofted away over mid-on. Not inconvenienced by the injury there, Styrus. Important boundaries for New Zealand. They're past 200 now.
I'm a little bit confused as to why Yunus Khan, with this little momentum going here, has got 5 men in the circle, and I said at the start of the over, mid-on and mid-off are in the circle. Styrus has been there for a long time. He's got to have one of those fielders at mid-on and mid-off back. It's late now, the horse has already bolted. Here you can see him dropping back right of screen. Why at this point did Yunus Khan have that to start the over?
Styrus steps away, that's over mid-off this time. Fielder may have gone back at long on, but he's still up at mid-off. Styrus in pain, but he's inflicting pain on Pakistan now.
It's a good shot. And length made some room for himself. Chance leaking. Spinners went for a 6 and a 4 off the bat of Oram. Now 2 4s in the over. 3 4s in fact.
Beautifully played. This is excellent work for Jacob Oram. Strike rate well past 100 now, 27 from 21 deliveries. Smashed away on the leg side. 50 partnership is up, and Oram has been the senior partner with 31 of them.
Wonderful shot, and I think Oram and Styrus, as he opens up and smashes it over mid-wicket, have caught Pakistan here on the jump. Razak came on in the previous over to bowl his first over of a new spell, and I didn't think that he thought, given the length that he's been bowling, that they would attack him as early as this.
This will take a bit of catching down there. It's well taken. Thick outside edge, but Razak sees the back finally of Jacob Oram. But what an important innings from the tall New Zealand all-rounder.
It's a good catch, it's a steepler. And when it's spinning all the way back towards the third man, you pick it up early. It's high enough, it's in the air for a long time. And caught pretty safely by Gould down at third man. So Razak has his revenge. It's proven a costly one because Oram's innings of 31 is a quick fire one, 220 for 5.
That was a solidly success.
Another all-round cricketer in for New Zealand. This is Brendan McCullum, their wicket-keeper. That's away fine, 4 runs. So frustrating for the bowler. That's an excellent shot. Really well played. The value of having these talented all-rounders in the middle order for New Zealand.
Dynamic little player, McCallum. Now, in order to end the over, will he bowl a slow ball here or will he go for the Yorker? Yorker is a good option for me.
Good strike, sails over long off for 6. A magnificent strike to bring up the Kiwis 250. "18 runs from Rao's comeback over. With 12 deliveries still to go. New Zealand could have their sights on 280 here. Another big hit leg side and another misfield by the Pakistanis. They're in disarray at the moment.
Rana Naveed looks at the turf as if to say, well, indicate there was a bad bounce or it spun. It really should have just been a single. Oh, that's terrible feeling. Really is terrible feeling. If he knew that the catch wasn't going to be on from early, should have backed off and saved.
Out to long off, and very well taken indeed. Rao Iftikhar taking the catch out at long off, a very good one. Styrus goes for a magnificent 86. He's hit 10 boundary 4s, looking for his 11th here. Rao round and basketball-like, plucking that out of the air. Styrus is the 6th wicket to fall. New Zealand now 254 for 6. Wow, what a shot that is. He really is a little dynamo, Brendan McCullum. Bowler stands there, hands on hips. He can't believe this shot. Yes, he could take it if it flew down to third man or perhaps square the wicket at point, but look where it's ended up. At last a Yorker, but that's squeezed away for four as well. Another productive over for New Zealand, 265 for 6. And batsmen in this match have had their problems against seam bowlers. You wouldn't have backed a side batting first to get up to 270. In the air, out towards long off. Shoaib Malik takes another good catch out on the boundary. McCullum looking for a 6 there, but he's fallen about 10 metres short.
Well, again, getting away, bowling length. And we talked about the fact that the good fielders, the best fielders, will be on the boundary areas. Said Shoaib Malik is one of those, and he executes a good catch with an innings of 27 off 13 balls, 270 for 7.
Razak with the final ball of the innings. Franklin's got that down to third man. Should be another catch, but it's over his head. Basic error from the third man. It bounces away for 4 runs. The third umpire is just going to adjudicate on this one. Rudy Kurtzen just wants to make sure what happened here. Rao Iftikhar down there at third man. Franklin getting it away. Goes over his head and bounces just inside the rope. So the total for New Zealand is a hefty 274. 274 for 7. New Zealand have made a very competitive score.
Some decent batting here from Stephen Fleming, the skipper, with 80, and from Scott Styris with 86, and a 31 from Jacob Oram. Brendan McCullum with 27, and of course he would possibly be better utilised up the order, but it's a strong New Zealand batting lineup. 274 for 7, that's not a bad total on this pitch. And the bowling, well, Pakistan's Naved ul Hassan 1 for 44 in 8, 2 for 47 Umar Gul in his 9 overs, Iftikhar Anjum 1 for 41, 2 for 60 Abdul Razak. Shahid Afridi didn't pick up a wicket in his 10 overs, conceding 49 runs, and Shoaib Malik 1 for 25 in his 5 overs. So New Zealand have got 274 on the board, Pakistan need 275 to win, and we'll show you that innings after the break.
Slow down a little bit, Shane.
Yeah, he has. And he's getting it to swing away rather than in. What a plan we've unveiled here from New Zealand. Carl Mills. Well, New Zealand have 3 bowlers who could use it potentially. You've just seen the ball just move away slightly with Mills there from the right-handed Hafiz.
Should be 4. Not controlled, but the extra pace sometimes works against the bowler.
Hafiz the boundary. Bond dropping short. No, not controlled. It really sort of was a top edge. Applause you could see from Brendan McCullum.
Nice shot. Nice shot from Hafiz. 10 off the over. 10 without loss. Good extension of the front leg, using the bowler's pace, not trying to overhit it, caressing it rather through the offside. Just over the head of point. Patel is on the field. I suspect for Styris that really he needed Jacob Oram's height to take that down.
Good stroke. Up and over. Just enough width to play it. Mills has just, I think, got to get a little fuller than that. That's Sir Jeetan Patel.
More runs, he can be expensive. And is certainly searching for consistency of direction, Shane Bond.
And Farhat's the man to take advantage of it. If it doesn't swing at all, he gets the big high backlift. Actually really a leg cutter that gave the batsman a chance once it pitched to get that leg side.
High in the air, someone's under it. This could be the end of a Farhat. And Mills is a very good catcher. New Zealand are off and running with 1 wicket.
Width from Bond.
Just got out.
Mills positions himself comfortably. The lights, of course. He takes it reverse comfortably. Oram's the first man to the bowler. Pakistan lose their first wicket. It's 22 for 1.
He was caught by Kyle.
Lovely stroke. Once again, too short, Mills.
He wants to get the ball to swing. And it's hardly likely the ball will swing from this short. Allows the batsman enough time to see any deviation. Play through the line. Occasionally he'll want to be back there, but his stock delivery has got, I think, to be a little fuller. Good shot, though. Gone over square leg now, 2 straight. 6 boundaries in 7 overs, 35 for 1.
Nice shot. He's a good-looking batsman. Very successful 2020 batsman, Mohammad Hafiz, back home.
Well, he's been shaken up by Bond last over. Showing good composure here, but Mills just getting onto the leg stump. But you still got to put him away. That's a fantastic shot, and he can, nice and balanced, back foot just rolls through. He's 30 off 30 balls now, Hafiz. Doing a good job.
That's in the air and taken. They've got a big one, New Zealand. Loose shot from Yunus Khan.
Just a bit uppishly. Didn't quite, got caught between going over the top and hitting along the ground. Such a big wicket there. Yunus Khan out for 2, scores 45 for 2.
Great shot, absolutely brilliantly played. Didn't try to hit it hard.
And 50 up for the Pakistan team.
Short and wide, more runs this time, square through the offside. This is good batting from Hafiz. Every now and then he seems to sting New Zealand. Edge and brilliantly taken, he's gone. New Zealand strike. It's the set batsman who departs.
Quite a loose shot. Great catch there by McCullum. But playing away from his body, and when you are getting bounce out of a wicket, that's what you want to get the batsman to do, to force off the back foot. But a good innings there from Hafiz, 43. Pakistan 65 for 3.
Well,
There's no substitute for quality, is there? Mohammed Yusuf had a magnificent tour of England in their summer, picking up where he left off there.
You normally associate Mohammed Yusuf with timing, but his eyes lit up here. He's climbed into it.
Number 16 for 20.
Angled away, no second or third slip. Bond brought back principally to bowl at Afridi. He hasn't bowled a ball at him yet. That's away past point. Another boundary. This tactic has not worked for Stephen Fleming, bringing back Shane Bond. It's 83 for 3 after 16. Oram to Afridi. Up in the air. It was short and sweet from Shahid Afridi. It often is. Huge disappointment for all the Pakistan fans watching on the TV. Their country are now 4 down for 83.
Again, not quite getting hold of it. There was a man at deep backward square leg, but in the end just managing a top edge. Unfortunately for Afridi, it goes straight up to the man at short fine. Shane Bond making no mistake. Big blow. Pakistan now in trouble. 83 for 4.
Calm descends again with the arrival of Shoaib Malik. Well, as soon as Franklin strays in length, he pays a heavy price indeed. What a year it's been for this man, Mohammed Yusuf. So quick to change his foot position, play the back foot shot. Well, it'll run away over the rope and get the ball very wet indeed. Much needed boundary for Pakistan. They're 99 for 4 from 20.
Absolutely delightful straight drive from Mohammed Yusuf. Ends the over on a high note for Pakistan. 113 for 4.
Nice drive from Mohammed Yusuf. It's a very silky play in with mid-off and mid-on up. That shot was on if he overpitched Oram, and he did. .50 to Mohammed Yusuf for just 66 balls and his 50th in ODIs.
Yeah, fantastic knock. Very adept, hitting the gaps. He'll be setting himself for a big one here. He needs to get 100 to get his country over the line. So just the start, and a good partnership between him and Malik.
That's part of the vacant area, and something was building, and Mohammed Yusuf took advantage of it. 150 up.
Oh, you called it, Ant. Plenty of air out there in the mid-wicket area. Didn't quite get onto it, but it was enough. And he had 10 metres either way that he could have hit to. His intentions, he's going to try and get Vittori off that line and length.
Brilliant.
He's a good...
That's well played. Extremely well played. He was looking to give the charge. Vittori fired it wide. And Malik was awake to the task on hand. Good shot. This is where he's so good, Mohammed Yusuf. He puts pressure on the bowler early on. He knows when to take the calculated risk. And he's done it really well here. A couple of steps down the track, but the balance always good. In the air, taken. Straight to the New Zealand captain. And the bowling change has done the trick.
New Zealand have struck gold, just losing his grip on that shot. Mohammad Yusuf. Fleming was well aware of what was coming his way. And Bond doing a major damage here. They've dented Pakistan badly with his scalp. Mohammad Yusuf gone for 71, 177 for 5.
Oh, he's got that away. Good fielding. Now what you got to see is when he touched the ball with his hands, was his leg anywhere near the rope? Franklin, the fielder, because the rope did move, but was it after he had pushed the ball back into play? Looks okay from there. Now this will give you a clearer idea. Is very close. Might just be a boundary, I think, because he's still touching the ball. The rope, there he's touching the ball. Something's moved at the back. Boundary signal, the correct decision. Razak has a go. Out. Taken comfortably in the deep. Franklin takes the catch, and that's a body blow for Pakistan. It's the big hitter Razak who's been dismissed.
Razak was all at sea. Which balls to hit, which ones to avoid. In the end, he was confused. Tried a big heave. Franklin had plenty of time really to gather his thoughts, his steps, get underneath that one. Another victory for Bond. And Pakistan slumped further. It's Razak who's gone for 6, 195 for 6.
For 6 of 15 balls.
Should be 2.
Catch it, mate!
Up in the air, this will be a very good catch. Astel's under it and he takes it. And Shoaib Malik departs for 52. New Zealand are favourites now.
Getting underneath it because the flight beat him. Astel, very accurate set of hands. Back-pedalled, didn't want to turn his back to the wicket. Comfortable two-handed reverse cut catch. 42 overs gone. Shoaib Malik gone. 202 for 7. Now is that hit a glove? Franklin picks up the wicket. The short ball has worked for New Zealand.
He went for the hook. Not good enough player to get proper contact. Got it as far as Brendan McCullum. He's gone for 1, 205 for 8. Umar Gul.
You can see this is definitely a ploy. New Zealand have spoken about the length they want to bowl to the Pakistan batsman. The fact that it's coming through sort of shoulder high, if they can possibly do so, or just a little bit below that. There's the wicket of Naveed. And it's always difficult, isn't it, to pull a left-arm bowler that's closing the angle all the time on you. Picks this one up quite nicely.
That's well played, tucked away. The fine leg up in the circle. That'll help get the ball nice and wet. So disappointment for Carl Mills off his last ball. 216 for 8.
Oh, now that could be out. Oh, yes, Benson gives it. Now I think that's Ross Taylor. Was that number 3? Yes, it was. It was all rather in slow motion for a while. Umar Gulls plays it to backward point. That's Taylor closing in. So he has 3 stumps to aim at. Mills wasn't really in position. That'll do me, says Ross Taylor.
Not Rudolf Nureyev, but Umar Gul. He's gone for 8, 223 for 9. And that'll do very nicely for New Zealand. They're the first team into the ICC Champions Trophy semi-finals in 2006. Fantastic effort by them. They lost the toss here. They were put into bat. They made a very fine score of 274 for 7. Pakistan could only get to 223. So New Zealand progressed to the semi-finals in fine style.
The target was 275, but Pakistan bowled out for 223 in the 47th bowler. Mohammad Hafiz with 43, but they lost Farhat and Yunus Khan, the skipper, for 2. Mohammad Yusuf with 71, the top scorer, and Shoaib Malik with 52. But it really needed an innings there, needed a partnership, because New Zealand bowlers always felt that they were doing the job, and you can see why. It's reflected in their bowling figures, with Bond picking up 3 for 45 in 10, Carl Mills 2 for 38 in 7.3, Franklin 1 for 47, Jacob Oram, good all-round cricketer, Oram at 2 for 25, Daniel Vettori, a little bit expensive for him, but 1 for 52 in 10, you'd settle for that, and Nathan Assel bowled just the 2 overs. So the match summary of this Group B match in Chandigarh: New Zealand 274 for 7, Pakistan 223 all out. New Zealand winning by 51 runs. Yeah, it's a little bit of a lesson that for Yunus Khan. When you put a side in and they score 274, that's quite a lot of runs to defend, and that's a slightly inexperienced bowling attack for Pakistan. And New Zealand, they could rely on some regulars like Fleming, the captain, and Styris and Oram. They've got a pretty all-round side. But that's it from at Mohali in Chandigarh for the moment, with New Zealand's Black Caps beating Yunus Khan's Pakistan team. Till the next time in our Champions Trophy Classics, it's goodbye.